my shit.
It's stable shit.
It's perfectly alright with me.
Bitches Nathan, I'ma still be your right. Yeah.
Sometimes I'd be thinking God's real, because you'd be having the strangest encounters with people that, like, do not feel real, and are, like, the oddest convergences of coincidence, I guess. I wouldn't call myself a religious person. My mother is Catholic, but I'd say a-religious/agnostic, in the sense that I understand why people would be faithful, and I have deep respect for, like, religion as an institution, but I never needed it, you know, to form a cohesive worldview. So around my neighborhood, there's a lot of homeless people, right? And the other day, there was this lady who was carrying her laundry from, like, my area to really far in, to the area that, like, she was staying at, and me and my friends, like, decided to help her. And it took a good, like, 20 minutes. It was a long walk. You know, we decided to help her, and then I was looking for, I wanted to buy a black hoodie, because I sold out my hoodies, like, a long time ago, and I was thinking, like, I wanted, like, a black hoodie that I could use for, like jackets and stuff, right? And then after we helped the homeless lady, right, we were walking to the train, and then just mysteriously, like on a fucking pedestal, right, perfect, like, black hoodie with a PlayStation logo that, like, fit me perfectly. Wasn't dirty, wasn't anything. It was just, like, on, like, a little, I don't know how to describe it, but it was, like, on the side of a building, right? So I took it, I did laundry today, right? And then I was coming back home, because I got, like, snacks and stuff, and I was just, like, walking home, and I have a neighbor, right? She's a little bit old, and I said hi to her, and she didn't say anything for a little bit, and then she told me, right, something along the lines of, like, I don't remember exactly, because, like, my memories, or my mind's racing, but, like, she was like, you know, we all go through the things, that we have to go through, and, like, I am the culmination of my actions, but I want to thank you for keeping your integrity and keeping your honesty, and I wish the best for you. And it was like, the only way to describe it is it didn't feel like it was her talking, because that's not how she usually talks. It literally felt like it was a message from somebody else that they gave to her to tell me, you know? And, like, and I immediately thought about the homeless woman, you know? And it's like, that's the type of shit that, like, straight up makes people religious, because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that feels so unreal. My cat's here now. That feels so unreal. It really, like, it truly does feel like I did a good thing, and that like, the world saw it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like I'm not saying this to say I do good things to make God reward me and whatnot, but it's like, I did a good thing, kind of, I think selflessly, like, I didn't even think about, what I would, like, get out of it. And then just this shit happens, and, you know, it almost reaffirms to me that I'm on, like, the right path in life, that if I'm, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I maintain that integrity, right, if that's what guided me to, like, selflessness, then it's like, yeah, I'm gonna find a authentic thing to me that's gonna, like guide me forward, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I don't know. Alright, yo. This the hoodie. I can't believe I used to think I looked, like, bad in hoodies. Cause I think this like kind of works for me. Like, this is like a nice fit. And then let me show you guys this. New phone. Oh shit. Look at that. Oh, what the fuck. New phone. I love the color. It's so fucking cool. And I'm gonna go see the girlfriend.
Bitches Nathan, I'ma still be your right. Yeah. Niggas say I'ma still be your right. Yeah.
Alright, update. So tomorrow I scheduled a haircut, and it's my second haircut, because I've already got one. And it was fucking awful. So, okay, look, right? like my hair was a little bit long and the bangs were getting a little bit long. I said cut the bangs a little bit, keep the length, and then just take some weight off the top. Bruh, tell me why they did the fucking opposite. They cut the bangs, they look like shit, and then they kept all the weight on the top, and then they fucking cut my hair to this shit. It's fucking stupid. I feel like it's been harder for me to record stuff because it feels like the days are kind of the same. Like not really doing much with my time other than kind of watching media and thinking about myself. And I was talking to a friend about this, like on some level, because I'm thinking about my career, and it's not like I'm doing like nothing, right? I'm not just laying in bed all day, but a lot of it is just like thinking. But he was like, oh, that's productive, right? Like the thinking is productive because then once you have like a North Star, you can kind of pursue that shit. And it's hard to imagine now because it's like I don't really have it. Like I'm not moving in a direction. I just like know that there's stuff I kind of like need to do, and then I'm like kind of hoping that it comes to me, right? I was just thinking about like what do I want kind of out of my life? Like what is the big project? And it's like I want to like curate a space. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was growing up as like an artist, right? I felt like I was always like talented, but I never really had like a place that reached out to me and that like kind of allowed me sort of a place in the community until I met my current friend group, or I guess I got to know my current friend group better post-COVID. And like that shit's so important because I feel like that challenged me to be a better artist and also like a better person, a better communicator.
If I flew out, it was a sex trip. Know my baby mama about to set trip. I don't give a shit. These niggas ain't with the shit.
We on Balala.
Yo.
We on
Four fingers.
Balala.
Four fingers. Our Jumbo Spectral Pack.
This is gonna be a bit of a ramble, but it just kind of came to me suddenly before I was going to bed. It's 2 in the morning right now, and this is just like running through my brain. The last time that I kind of felt like this was during my junior year of high school. This is kind of doxing me a little bit, but that was the year that school was like officially back from COVID. And I remember over the course of COVID, like COVID was rough for me. But like at the end of it, when things were starting to come back and I had that like feeling of gratitude that things were coming back, I kind of defeated a lot of social anxiety and realized a lot of things about myself that kind of helped me grow to be like a better person. But I think I was still a little bit like depressed and fighting myself and trying to like readjust myself. So I remember during that period of time I didn't do a lot of anything except like thinking and kind of being in my own headspace, and I was definitely a little bit depressed. I'll say this, that was the time I got into Radiohead, not because I was like, oh, it's the sad music, but actually because my mom's, I think, second favorite band is Radiohead. So I got into it because of her, because I wanted to like learn more about her, and that music was like the soundtrack to my life at that period of time. In the period of doing a lot of nothing, I was still like a person to other people. I have this story. I'm pretty confident in saying it because I think she'll never see it since we don't talk that much. But if she does see it, she'll know who I'm talking about. And this is kind of my apology that I never got to say. But I knew this girl, and during that period of time... Oh my god, Caps, stop. I knew a girl during that period of time, and she quite liked me. I'm pretty sure she had a crush on me. And I remember me and this girl had a class together, and then outside of the class we would spend a decent amount of time together. And we'd talk all the time, and we got on really well. And she found me relatively charismatic. the issue was I'd be so in my head and thinking that I almost was disconnected from the real world, and that's kind of why I didn't do a lot. Like, I was so in my head just thinking about, like, how I was going to readjust myself and the problems with myself that I wasn't really living in the real world. And I remember I just couldn't notice a lot of very obvious, I think, signs that she was into me, because I just, my mind was not, like, in my literal reality. I remember this one time where she was just in like near the school, and I was around, and she was like, "Hey, like, come out, let's go talk for a little bit." And we sat down, like, in front of the school, and she was kind of trying to have, like, a normal conversation, and I just remember I kept talking about, like, yeah, no, so I just listened to this song, and, you know, it made me think about, like, what the fuck are we doing here, and all this, like, pseudo existential crap, when she was just trying to, you know, get to know me like a person. And, you know, it was only until, like, later, when I was kind of more conscious of myself and less, you know, in my fucking head, and I was more tangibly doing stuff, that, like, shit came into fruition, and that I was able to, like really be like, oh, this is what her feelings are. You know? And that's so funny, because it's like, feelings are so abstract, so you think you have to get yourself in the abstract place to, like, truly understand, when, like, in reality, it's like you just live, and then it's more intuitive than just, like, brain so big. So what's my point by all this? I think my, like, nothing rut that I'm in right now is sort of one where I'm kind of also just I'm so in my head, you know? Like, I could be doing things right now that are, like consistently furthering my goals that I do have, and, you know, I obviously had to take the time to think it, but I think I'm at that stage now where it's like, okay, I have all this thinking, and now I just need to, like, really get myself to apply it, you know, and put myself in a place where, like, I'm actually accomplishing the shit I want to accomplish.
I'm out here stacking cabbage, bitch, I'm coming right at you. Put on your 3D glasses. Don't take your master, we ain't giving passes. Bow the front row tickets to your show and make that shit disastrous. Shoot up the front and get them bitches.
Yeah, a couple random thoughts. It's a nice, beautiful day out. So I'm on a walk before I go to work. I looked into this thing called TEFL. Say, like, TEFL. And the idea is that you can teach English abroad, right? And you don't even need to learn, like, another language, because the whole point is, like, you're doing workshops with people, so they learn the language from, like, practice, right? And I was thinking about that because I had a professor in my last semester, and he was basically saying, like, this is his end of semester advice, and it was to young people, right, because we're young people, and it was basically the idea that, like, right now in our life, like, even if we're broke, right, we're broke, but we're not, like, tied down to anything, as opposed to being, you know, stable with an income, but, like, being tied down to stuff. And he said, like, you know, now's the time, especially, like, after you graduate college, to go on a big trip, or, like, soul search and find yourself and stuff, and to, like, really, like, take the opportunity to take that jump and you know, backpack and whatnot. And with TEFL, it's a program where essentially, like, you're teaching English abroad in other countries, and you have the ability to go country to country. And I was just thinking, like, I don't know, that seems just like a good opportunity, you know, especially because it's, like, work experience regardless, and it's experience with teaching, right? So I could very much see a path for myself, right, where if it all works out, I could do, I travel around for a bit, I get, like, my life experience, my bona fides, and then I can come back, I can settle down, and I'll have the experience to, like, put myself in a nice position and you know, I'll have the brevity of experience to say like, I got my roots, you know. Yo, this Labubu shit straight up appeared like overnight. Like within a week, it went from literally no Labubus to like I see this shit everywhere.
Today, 君と君のパートナーに話があってきたんだ。